I don't like it when people pretend like life is all squeaky clean, conflict free 24/7, putting on this act, wearing a mask all day, trying to front on everybody, thinking their life is picture perfect, thinking that making everybody believe that they don't go through nothing, they don't endure anything. And the reality is, we all endure something. We all go through something. We all battle, conflict. We all battle uncertainty from time to time. And I'm somebody myself that I don't like to put on an act for nobody. Like, if I let you know what's going on, I'm gonna be real about it. Yeah, I ain't doing too good. I'm not doing the best right now. And I'm not gonna make you believe or make you think that life is all picture perfect right now, because it's not. I live in reality, as you should as well. You should know where you're at in life. Know what you have may not be enough, may not be anything special. The level that you're at in life, it may not be anything to brag about to nobody, but that's okay. As long as you're honest about where you're at, as long as you're real about it and you're not trying to put on a front for everybody just to impress folks. That to me is dead. I'm done trying to impress people. I'm done trying to put on that act. I was somebody that in the past tried to put on the front for everybody, pretending like life is all good. Yeah, I'm being blessed, this and that, and the third, that's going well, that's going well. It's like, stop. It just makes you look fake when you do that. And after a while, if you're not living by evidence, then people will catch on to the lie that you're selling to them, that you're not really living up to what the standard you are preaching to people about. I don't like when people think that life is all squeaky clean, because I live in reality. I live in the real world. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be honest, like, this year has been very discouraging for me. Like, I don't think I've ever been this discouraged ever in my life. Like, this has been a year, fam, where I've been very discouraged. I'm not going to say I was depressed, because I talked about that in a past video, that I overcame that. When I'm discouraged, it's a different emotion. It's a different feeling. It's like you feel like there's more weight on you, and you don't got the support of other people, like friends or family, to help alleviate the pressure, alleviate the weight that you have on you. Because yeah, when you're young, you're coming up, there's going to be pressure on you to get to a better level in your life, to level up. And I have a second channel that I've been trying to get monetized for a while, and I've been putting in work on that channel for 5 years, made over 900 videos helping different people. And I get good testimonies from people that tell me, well, you really helped me with certain situations. Like, your videos have really, gave me a lot of encouragement. And that feels good, to know that I could have an impact. I could have a positive impact on someone's life, regardless of where they're at. And to me, that is powerful. And so, with that in particular, I had to take a step back and reassess of why I'm not monetized, why I'm not reaching more people on that channel. And I feel like I should be gaining more reach, you know, and I just stopped posting after a while. I think last month while I was getting the idea, or not the idea, but I was recognizing that this ain't working right now. This ain't really what I was expecting it to be. You know what I'm saying? And with YouTube, it's like you gotta really be patient. And sometimes your patience can run a little bit thin. And when you've been patient long enough and you've been putting in the work and you feel like you should be reaching a certain amount of, viewers, reach, a better reach. And when you don't get that after a while, after years of putting in work, you get discouraged. You don't get that support, like real support that you feel like you've earned. And so I had to back off a little bit. I had to back off on that YouTube channel and just, I'll post whenever. It's like I'm not giving up completely on the channel, but I'm just taking a step back, reassessing things, regrouping. And so when it's time for me to really post consistently with the content that I know I can produce, the messages that I know I can form together, then I will put it out there. But it's not time. It's not time. And just seeing really no support, not seeing any real results in the past few months, it gave me that eye opener that I should just take a step back, And like, this is not to, there's not no pity video. There ain't no self-pity video for me. Like, this is just me being authentic with you guys. The reason why I haven't been posting on this channel as much as I used to be, because I'm really just dedicating my life and focusing on outside of my life, improving my life outside of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Really focusing more on that in my relationship with the Most High. And, my relationship with the Most High it's been really improving. It's been, at times, it's up and down because he's making me see myself in a different light. He's making me get to know myself more and more. And I just been trying to do better with living my life and moving in a better direction and trusting him more. Because when you're battling uncertainty, you just don't really know what to expect. And you don't think that any good can come out of uncertainty or, any struggle that you're enduring right now, And so that lack of encouragement that I've been getting, I've been, praying more and more to the Most High. I think this year I've been, improving my prayer life. Before, I didn't have much of a prayer life. I didn't really know what to pray about or how to pray. But this has been a year where I've been knowing what to pray more about and how to do it, praying more in secret. And that's something for me, the Most High, between the both of us, I don't really talk about my prayers to nobody because it's not necessary to do that. That's something you should keep in secret at the end of the day. And growing in Christ and dying to my old self, that's been a top priority for me, And I recognize that there is growth in that. dying to the old you. So it's been tough to navigate, you know, navigate into a different level, and you got to really form a better version of you when you're walking with Christ. And forming that new version of yourself can be a little intimidating at times and uncertain, you know, not knowing what to expect, because the road can be foggy and you can't see past a couple of feet. When it's foggy like that, the road is not clear. The view, the path that you're on, you can't see much. It's a little groggy. And so that can really cause you to be discouraged. And when you don't see the people around you in your life that really support, or they don't really value you as much, it can be very discouraging. And the truth of the matter is, you got to push yourself. Every single day, you got to push yourself to do better. No one's going to push you, man. I've learned after 28, 29 years, it's like nobody's going to support you, fam. As a man, you gotta push yourself day in and day out. No matter how your life is looking, no matter what the circumstances are, you gotta push. Because you are responsible for you. There is nobody's gonna be your keeper, fam. Nobody's gonna be your keeper. You know, you gotta run the ship, be the captain of your own ship. That's how it's gotta be. You know, if you're fortunate enough or blessed enough to have a good support system, then you need to keep those people around. But I'll tell you, for me personally, I ain't got no support system. Barely anybody. Like, for most of my life, I've had to always push myself to get things that I want to get, to level up my life, to manage my life better. No one pushed me or gave me that encouragement to want more for myself, or to even be an example to me that it is possible to gain more, to be more. To be like, you know what, you can have this too if you put in this amount of work and you put in this amount of effort. It's possible for you. I never had that talk. So I didn't have a model of what success actually looked like. Not in my real life. Of course, you see testimonies from people on the internet, but that's different. In your real life, who can you say is a model for that, for success, for greatness? In your life, because I know for me, there is really nobody. And that in itself can cause you to be discouraged, because you don't got that clear role model to really model your life after. You don't have that reference or that example to look at. You know, it's like trying to build a house without a manual, without without having the steps, ordered, without having, the instructions on how to build it, how to construct it, And that's been me my entire life. Going through life, not having a manual, not having the tools that I could use to navigate this life better. And so, I'm just making this video This is more of a personal video, if anything. I'm not trying to get too deep, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just been overall I've been very discouraged a lot, especially a lot lately. Like financially, it's been tough. Not gonna lie. Some weeks are good, other weeks is not too good. You know, I have instances where I feel like my finances are being attacked, right? And I've been noticing that more and more, like me starting to change my ways and me coming to Christ even more, repenting, trying to live a clean, holier life. I feel like my finances have been really attacked a lot lately. And I've been recognizing that. And so, but I'm mature enough to know that this this pain or this what you call it, whatever it is that I'm going through right now, it's temporary setback, you know. It's not going to last long. It's not going to last long. So I wanted to also make this video to, you know, relate to anybody that could be dealing with discouragement right now. You're probably somebody that is going from paycheck to paycheck and you're having a hard time navigating life at a younger age. And you didn't have that role model, you didn't have that father figure to show you the way, right? You don't got much of a support system. I get it, man. I 100% get it. But you got to know that you are responsible for you. And when you become an adult, reality is going to hit you hard and smack you in the face a couple times, and you got to know, like, it's I'm going to either do it for me or no one else will, or nothing will happen at all if I don't do it for me. If I don't do it myself, if I don't get on the ball, it will never happen. Nothing will ever get done. Nothing will ever get established if I don't start laying down the groundwork, the foundation. Nothing will happen. Nothing will get built. And I've had to really adopt that mindset for a couple years now. And so, yeah, man, I just hope this video helped anybody. And maybe this message gave y'all some encouragement. So, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, I just want to be authentic. No bullshit. You know, this is unfiltered message. You know, I live in the real world. I don't live in some fairy tale magical palace, okay? I don't live like everyone else where they pretend and put on a mask and having to put on a show for everybody. That life is all squeaky clean. I'm letting you know life ain't always squeaky clean. And you gonna run into conflict. Whether you live righteously or you try to live holy, you live for Christ, or if you don't, it doesn't matter. You're gonna go through situations, right? Whether you live upright or you don't, you're gonna go through some things, man. I want to let you know that you're gonna battle. So you're gonna battle and battle. But I'm telling you, the temporary pain is temporary for a reason. The pain that you're battling right now, it's not gonna last forever. The uncertainty that you're battling right now, it's not gonna last forever. It's not. You're always gonna be tested in some capacity, right? And it mainly comes down to how much faith you have in the Creator. If you say you got faith in the Lord, okay, the Lord gonna test your faith. He want to see how much faith you really have and see what you're going to do with your faith, how you're going to treat people, how you're going to respond to adversity, how you're going to respond to criticism, how you're going to respond to struggle, right? How do you treat people when you're really practicing, perfecting your faith in Him? He wants to see how you're going to live, how you're going to handle certain situations. And I believe a lot of things that we all go through, it's really just a test. And so that's my belief. At the end of the day, feel free to disagree, but I'm not going to pretend for nobody like I got no reason to front on nobody. At the end of the day, I work a job that I don't want to work, but I know what has to be done. So with that being said, thank y'all for watching. I'm out, and salute.